Hi traders, welcome back to this new video. In our last video, we discussed about how to use the doji candle as a base candle, right? So in this video, we are going to discuss about the strength of the move. Usually, trading supply and demand zones is one of the most powerful trading techniques. You agree or not? So let me tell you the reason. Because it will allow you to take the same trades where the banks and financial institutions trade. So however, we just can't open your charts and start trading all the supply and demand zones wherever you find in your charts and wait for the target, right? So this is now how it works actually. There is more to it than that. Okay. So when you identify a supply or a demand zones, there are some factors that you should take into the consideration to decide whether we should take the trade or you should stay away. What I'm going to say is you need to identify only the high probability setups. Okay, so one of the most important characteristic to determine the power of the zones is the strength of the move. Okay, which means when you identify a supply or a demand zone, the move should be very strong and very powerful. So as I said, there are some factors which will help us to determine the strength of the move. The first one is the time spent in the zone. So you should always pay attention to the big move. If the move was a pick and the market didn't spend too much in that particular zone, then that will be a powerful sign that the orders that was taken by a banks or a financial institutions. Because when banks and financial institutions decide to take an order, they risk millions of rupees, right? Millions of amount, right? So which affects the market behavior, of course. So we can see a strong and very quick move from a level without understanding what's happening and what happens. So all that happens is that there is a big bank or a big player who takes an order in a large quantities. That's it. We need to understand this. So finally, when the beginning of the move is quick and strong, so this is a clear evidence that there is a banks or some big players sitting in this area. So however, if the market spend too much time in the zone, that is a sign that move is not so powerful. Okay. So we can see here when the market fall here, from here the market went up and retesting this level. Okay, so this is a powerful area. If you see this, the market spent a lot of time here. Okay, this is a sign that this move is not a powerful. Okay, not a powerful means still powerful but not that powerful. And the second factor is the candle size of the zone. So this candles gives us a representation of the quantities spent during the move. Okay, if the candles are big and have same color, then that is a sign that there is a big bank behind that move. Okay, but if the candles are small and have different colors, then this is not a good sign of a strong move. Okay, so when a bank traders takes an order, normally it affects the market because they trade in the large quantity. And we can see either bullish or a bearish candles which go strongly at a particular direction. But when you see a move composed by small candles with a big price rejections and different colors, then this is not an order that was taken by the financial institutions. Okay, so always focus on the beginning of the move and see if it is a quick and strong. Okay, let me find out some examples on this chart so we can easily understand with some references. So let me give you some sample candlestick patterns here to identify the strength of the move. Okay, let me draw that for you here. Alright, so these are the examples for the strong move at the demand zone and the strong move at the supply zone. So we have two different moves here. The first and the second moves are very strong because they are composed of three consecutive or more than three candles of the same color with a gap up. So this gap happens exceptionally in the market when there are high quantities of orders that was spent here. So the price jumped to the next level, creating the gap. Okay, so this gap is the representation of a bank order and should be taken as a high quality zone. Okay, means it's a powerful move. So, and the third one represents a weak move because this move is not as strong as previous two patterns because we didn't see any impulsive force that drives the market go strongly either up or down. So zones like this should be ignored. So in the zone, when you see these kind of candles, it's not that powerful and you should be ignored. The stronger the move, the better. Sometimes you can find only one big candle, and other times you can find 3 or 4 big strong candles in a row of the same color. But don't spend a long time to decide whether the move is strong or not. Okay, the chart doesn't lie and give you the reality of the market. If it is a big move, it will be obvious on the chart, and if it is a weak, you can know that just from the first sight. Only when you practice well these patterns. Let us see some real-time examples in this chart here. So this is a Bank Nifty 4 hours chart. So we can see here, so the beginning of the move was quick and strong. The market didn't spend a long time deciding whether to go up or down. So it goes down strongly because there was a big players behind this move. Okay, and this is quite enough to qualify a supply or demand zone. Sometimes we can see multiple candles, and it all depends on the quantities spent by the financial institutions. Means here at a time they spend all the quantities and they made a big move. Sometimes they will you can see some candlesticks patterns with multiple candles, as we discussed just now. So here we can see the move was composed by two candles, and this is quite enough to qualify the supply or demand zone. Okay, sometimes we can find only one big candle and sometimes we can find multiple candles. So it totally depends on the quantities and number of orders spent by the big players that was behind the particular move. So we can see another chart pattern here. It's like a drop, base and rally. Okay, so in order to draw the zone using the candlestick patterns, you can draw the proximal line at the lower shadow and the distal line at the upper shadow. Okay, so the supply zone is very strong because the move was very quick here, and as we can see here, the market didn't spend a long time in the zone. Okay, and the size of the candles are also very big, and there is some price rejections also. Okay, the speed of the move and the size of the candles indicates that this sell order was made by the big institutions. Okay, so when you are practicing, you trade only those supply and demand zones if you see the move is strong and very fast. And we can see here also, though it's a small candle, but we got a big move here, right? So this is considered as a supply zone for the next reversal. So when the price comes here, so this will act as a strong supply zone. See, the market reversed to this area and from there it fell down, and this is a very weak zone. Okay, this is a very weak zone because we are seeing some candlestick pattern here, as we discussed just now in the beginning of the video. I showed you some patterns, right? So this is considered as a very weak move. That's the reason the market was spending in this area for a long time, almost 3 months I think. Yeah, then it was acting as a demand zone here. So until here it was a supply zone. So once we see some breakout and again some consolidation here and again giving the breakout, so this is considered as a demand zone. Here it is a supply, here it is a demand. We don't care if the bank was motivated by some financial news or economical news. Okay, that is not our priority job because we don't use any stock fundamentals. We use purely the supply and demand methods to read how fundamentals affect the banks and the financial institutions. Okay, and based on the bank's behavior, which we see in the form of patterns on the charts, we make our trading decisions, right, by drawing the supply and demand zones. So here we can see a huge move made by a financial institutions. Okay, this order was not taken by a chance. If the bank doesn't find enough sellers, it will leave limit orders in the same area, right? If you find it difficult to decide whether the zone is strong or not, just ignore it, because normally the strong zones will jump out at you immediately when you open your charts. Okay, you just need to draw some proximal lines and a distal line and wait for the market to retrace that particular supply demand zone, and pay attention and wait for the high probability price action signal to confirm our entry. I will teach you how to enter and exit your trades in the upcoming videos. For now, I want you to focus on how to identify the quality supply and demand zones based on the time spent in the zones and the candle size of the zone. I will try to share more examples on how to identify the strength of the moves in our Telegram channel. So you can join our free Telegram channel. The link is provided in the description below. Thank you.